Behold, the land of Oo, a land filled with many kingdoms, filled with a variety of spells, creatures, and also filled with interesting people. So, Pixelated Pete is proud to present.
What up, YouTube? I am Pixelated Pete, and welcome to My 2 Bits, where I give my opinion and you say, well, I give my 2 bits, and then you get to add to the conversation whether it's yay or nay. As the intro title talked about, we'll be talking about the Adventure Time series, particularly the top 10 greatest citizens in the land of Oo, and the surrounding dimensions and planets and whatnot. Yeah, so this is my list of my favorite characters in the show, and the following images are provided from both the encyclopedia and from the official Adventure Time Wikipedia. I do not own anything of Adventure Time, well, just this, but I do not own any of the characters or likenesses or whatever, so yeah, I just got the images from the book and from the internet, so hope that's alright.
Alright, starting off at number 10 is the businessman from Business Time. Now, what better way to start off a show than by showing two adventurers interacting with amnesia-ridden businessmen? I think it's pretty funny. You have these four guys frozen in a glacier, and they do not know what their business was, but they still retain their business-like training. To the point that, okay, I'll be honest. The funniest thing about this whole episode was when Finn and Jake were fighting off those evil cubes trying to save the hot dog princess. They get tired, and so they need a break. And then in rush these guys wearing various helmets, wielding various weapons like swords and a flail. It is just funny watching them charge and going. So yeah, the businessmen for actually making adventuring a corporate dream and trying to utilize the maximum bottom line effect for adventurers. Congratulations, guys! You take home the 10th spot. At number 9, the Banana Guards. All right. Let me put it like this. You have a princess who's named after some kind of food, ruling a kingdom that's named after some kind of food, and her guards are some kind of food. And they just happen to be conveniently next to the other kingdom, which wants to constantly kidnap the princess and or marry her. Basically, these guys are goofballs, and the only reason these guys are on this list is because of the strong resemblance to the Super Mario franchise. Bubblegum, Toadstool, or Peach, whatever you want to call her. Candy Kingdom, Mushroom Kingdom. Toadstool guards, Banana guards. And not to mention the fact that the princess has to be rescued by some foreigner who is not native to that kingdom. Mario Finn. So anyway, yeah, the Banana Guards, they remind me of the toads that protect, for lack of a better word, the princess. But they don't seem to be doing too good of a job of it. And they seem to be acting pretty goofy. So they're part guards, they're part barricades. These guys are just funny. Yeah, I like these guys, so give them a chance. At number 8, I had to think a little bit on this one. And in the end, I chose Cinnamon Bun. This guy is like in the same league of goofiness as with the Banana Guards. He's pretty funny. I mean, he just seems to be a placeholder for a couple of episodes, but sometimes he actually has some relevant meaning in a couple of the episodes. Like the fact that he is able to help Flame Princess understand or come to terms with herself. Also helped and somehow was able to help stage a coup in the Fire Kingdom and is now a resident there and has a real dog. He doesn't, like, when you try to give him instructions on how to do something, he seems to either ignore it or he's had his head in the clouds and just goes about his normal business. He's been in a couple of episodes, either as a small speaking part or just as a placeholder character, but I like to see how they've incorporated him having his own episode here or there. Well, not really the entire episode, but enough that he's become a prominent secondary character. So, Cinnamon Bun, congratulations. This spot's for you. While number 8 was kind of hard to figure out where to place him, number 7 was no-brainer. I give you Prismo. Now, I like Prismo. Prismo is pretty awesome for a variety of reasons. I think if you had to describe a creature that existed outside of time and space, they got this design pretty awesome. Since seriously, look at him. He's a guy that is able to exist. He's simultaneously two-dimensional, yet he's on the floor and on 3 walls all at the same time. It's pretty cool, and the fact of the matter is, it's pretty awesome. If you actually get a chance to meet with him, if you are from the normal dimension, he grants you 1 wish. The catch being that it has the whole monkey paw effect that could come back and kick you in the face. But it's also pretty cool. He's just hanging out with Jake during the Jake the Dog, Finn the Human episode when they were trying to fight the Lich. And also he seems to be on cool terms with the Cosmic Owl. So this guy's able to pretty much summon and create things just on a whim. And I guess he's the master of, or Lord and Master of Time and Space. So it's pretty awesome. I guess he doesn't get too many visitors, though, aside from the Cosmic Owl. And as of this episode, I guess the Lich is now currently hanging out with him, so I wonder how that's going to come back and haunt us. Only time will tell. Rock on, Prismo. Number 6. If you ever needed proof that penguins were awesome, well, look no further. Number 6, Gunter. This little guy and his fellow little minions rock. I don't know why, but for some reason these guys, I don't know, do they willingly enjoy hanging out with the Ice King? I don't know. I mean, seriously. It's proven that Gunter, although he lacks taste in who he hangs around with, he's actually very capable of world domination. Seriously. He once had the whole of the Ice King's demon eye and was actually able to take over the Gumball Kingdom. The Bubblegum, the Candy Kingdom. Also, later on when he had the Ice King's crown, he actually was doing a good job of making the Ice Kingdom menacing. So I can understand why Marceline's dad would see him as a potential threat. I guess the cuteness is just a thing to throw off people into thinking that he's harmless. But inside there could be a soul of evil. So Gunter, you may not be able to fly, but you're pretty awesome, dude. Please don't take over my kingdom. Thank you. Number 5. A good show needs to have a couple of things. You need to have a hero, a villain, and a good story. And fortunately for us, we have 2 heroes. And number 5 is Finn the Human. Now, Finn is on the list because, well, I gotta admit, despite all of his really... Now, there was the Banana Guards, there was Cinnamon Bun, and those guys are goofy, but this is Finn. He is somewhat the king of goofy. He says he wants to be the greatest hero in OO, but he seems to have a lack of focus, despite having a abundance of it in a previous episode, where Cinnamon Bun points it out and says how Jake has none. Now, it's kind of a catch-22. On the one hand, he is focused on trying to save the kingdom, but then other times he loses it, like when he wants to be so focused on the adventure, he fails to notice the world around him, like his relationship with the Flame Princess and how that ended. How he did try to have a relationship with Princess Bubblegum. That didn't go too well either. But despite his flaws, Finn somehow manages to come out on top every now and again. It's pretty cool how he's just trying to be the hero and everything, trying to save the day and whatnot. But like I said, sometimes he is so focused on it he can't see the theory is can't see the forest through the trees. Like for so long, the Ice King was a villain, and now he's just a minor annoyance. So it just goes to show you that this show is developing. It's as it goes forward, it has character development, and I like how Finn has gone from complete psychopath to he's now starting to be more well-rounded and actually have character flaws and be more of a real hero. So I can't wait to see how this turns out and how he'll actually go from his crazy goofy stage into an actual hero who's able to focus on more than just one thing at a time. Number 4. BMO. B-M-O. BMO is awesome. Granted, BMO is crazy, but that's the kind of awesome he is. BMO is some kind of advanced artificial intelligent robot computer thing. It's unknown how far into the future that the Mushroom War goes, or if this thing was invented after the Mushroom War, but yeah. BMO is a walking computer who actually is whose main directive is to actually learn from humans and learn how it is to be a real boy. So it's like a computer Pinocchio, I guess. BMO hangs out with Finn and Jake, but when they leave for one of their crazy adventures, BMO seems to do weird stuff around the house. I think the best example of this is BMO Noir, where he does the entire detective story, and he narrates it and provides the voices of all the characters. Of course, and BMO seems to have other functions. He's a camera, a video player, and, well, but it's so funny seeing BMO do all stuff like he's a skateboarder, he can dance. He's also a pretty good sound system as seen by Princess Bubblegum, so BMO is awesome. And if you haven't gotten him yet, he's a free app for your iPhone and iPad, so check it out. Number 3. Of all the characters in the show, quite possibly one of the few characters who has the most character is Marceline, the Vampire Queen. What can I say? She is awesome. She actually seems to have a good sense of sarcasm and is not afraid to show it in front of the other characters. So she was like if I was to make a guess, I think she was supposed to be the breakout character of the show when it first started, or she was to be the one character that was different from everyone else, being all happy, touchy-feely, and adventure-seeking. She seems to have the best grasp about the world around her and how things work. Of course, she has been alive for almost 1,000 years, so it's pretty awesome. Best part is we've seen the way she acts now, but we also got to see a different side of her. The whole Simon and Marcy story. We saw the backstory of how she was as a kid. We've seen her interaction with her father. So it's nice to see that she has a bit of a chip on her shoulder. So it helps even add more to her character. I think Marceline's awesome. I mean, she's a great bass player, so she is musically gifted. Rock on, Marceline. And it's nice to see how she's the first person to realize that she's one of the first people to acknowledge that there's something wrong with Simon. Now, I know the episode, the Secret Tapes, was before the Simon and Marcy saga, but seeing as how she's been alive pretty much as long as Simon, in my mind, she knew before the audience, and Finn and Jake knew about what was wrong with Simon. So anyway, Marceline, thanks for being awesome, and thanks for being an interesting character for the show. Can't wait to see how the rest of the series plays out. Hopefully we'll save Simon somehow. Number 2. All right, I'll be honest right there off the bat. Jake the dog is number 2 on my list. The majority is that he is voiced by Bender. That's right. Jake the dog and Bender from Futurama are voiced by the same guy. Okay, I feel better admitting that. The best part was in one of the most recent episodes of Futurama, they actually had Bender interact with the character with Finn and Human in Futurama form. It was pretty funny. Jake seems to be very laid back. While he has even more lack of focus than Finn, he's okay. So he's very interesting. I don't really know how to describe Jake. I just really like him, and it's aside from the whole he is voiced by Bender fact. I mean, his superpower is pretty cool. He's able to pretty much stretch himself into anything he wants. He's like a combination of Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece and Gumby, and with a little bit of a Bender thrown in there. So he's, as seen from the picture, he's very good at playing the viola, and he's also dating Lady Rainicorn. So he's in a relationship, he's musically gifted, and his goofiness is pretty high up there also. He's been able to show focus, and the funny thing is, even though he's a hero, it's interesting how his backstory depicted him, how he had a criminal past. So another nod towards Bender, and it's nice to see how he realized his ways were wrong and wanted to become a hero. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that he has some form of also has a character development like that, and is also flawed, much like several of the other people on this list. It's pretty cool because well, there are episodes that are Finn focused, a lot of those, and then there's some episodes where it focuses on neither of them. It's nice to see a Jake oriented episode. It's also pretty cool to see how he's able to change his shape and size, and how he's able to manipulate himself into whatever the situation can call for. Sure, this could create some plot holes or plot devices, but that's why I like him. So, Jake, congratulations. Half Bender, half Jake the dog, all awesome. That's why you get the number 2 slot. And my number 1 favorite character in the Adventure Time series is Simon Petrikov, aka the Ice King. When we are first introduced to the Ice King, he is portrayed as the stereotypical evil, villainous bad guy king. He is the quintessential Bowser to Bubblegum as Peach, and Finn and Jake as Mario and Luigi. So, in the beginning of the series, with all its goofiness, the Ice King is seen as the evil villain, who is then downgraded to annoyance, and then finally minor annoyance. Now, granted, he has still done some stuff that could be considered evil, but based on his past, we can now see it's not so much evil as it is insanity. Ice King I really like because of all the characters, with Marceline being a close second in this department, he has quite possibly the best backstory and the biggest chip on his shoulder. Now, the series pretty much has been known for being goofy in general, but to show, I swear, the episode Secret Tapes. This took a huge step forward in character development and plot and story when it showed us how Simon Petrikov, just a normal guy in the normal world, acquired the crown, which, on the one hand, it did save him from the Mushroom War, but the cost was he lost his girlfriend, who was supposed to be his wife, and he lost his sanity. The only person that could possibly understand what's going on with him is Marceline. Now, I do legitimately feel bad for the Ice King, and he is my favorite character, and I'm hoping that at some point in the future they're able to find a way to help save him. I mean, Simon Petrikov was so awesome because it showed in the backstories how, even though he was losing his mind, he still found a way to help take care of Marceline, as seen in the episode Simon and Marcy. So we first are introduced to him in the Secret Tapes, then we see more development from the episode I Remember You, and then Simon and Marcy. I'm not sure how far in advance the Adventure Time creators planned this, but it's pretty awesome to see how they gave this huge backstory for the Enchiridion, and then for some regular guy who would turn out to be the villain and then become minor annoyance, and how he interacts with the people around him. And it's cool to see how the characters now treat him, based on how he used to be a threat, and now they've all acknowledged that he's just some crazy guy who needs some help. I am hoping that at some point, like I said, they are able to find a way to save him, because, like I said, I really do like Simon, Ice King, and I'm hopefully we'll get some good news in the near future. So, Adventure Time, great job on coming up with with this really great character. I look forward to seeing what you'll do in the future.
All right, well, that was my top 10, and congratulations to the Ice King, aka Simon Petrikov. Good job, man. If anyone earned the number 1 slot, it was you. That is, unless, of course, the people in the comment section below say otherwise. But as I am a fair and balanced man, I hope you enjoyed this episode, because next time we go from the first and cover we go from the cream of the crop to the not so cream of the crop. That's right, next time we do my bottom 10 least favorite characters of the series. So until next time, this has been Pixelated Pete for My 2 Bits, saying thanks for watching.